Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals, and they're about to make that very clear. So just kick back and hang with them, as you've earned it.
5, 4. Felt right. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. I'm Mike, and with me, as always, is also Mike.
I'm also Mike. You said, what's everybody?
I said, what's everybody? Now let's do it again. Let's see if we...
You forgot up.
Shit. Take 2. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. I'm Mike, and with me, as always, is... I fucked that one up again, too. Let's do it again. The third time's a charm. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. I'm Mike. With me, as always, is also Mike. And we are here. This is episode 27.
27 Club.
27. That's scary. 27, that's when it all changes.
Yeah.
That's when it all... That's when lives are lost.
Dude, 27.
27 is the Illuminati number.
And also when I when I would notice my body starting to do things it didn't normally do.
It took that long to get one.
Yeah, dude, 27. Like literally, like my 27th birthday is when I remember like.
That was your first little.
Just think, nope. Not that yet. I don't know, just different things. I just noticed that I didn't recover as quickly as I used to.
That's when you start to feel the hangover a little bit longer. You start to feel the workouts a little bit longer.
Like I was staying more sore, so I had to like stretch out longer before shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys probably hear the ice cream truck in the background because I just realized they didn't close that front window, but it's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay. We're in the elements.
I don't think people realize how strong we're being right now by not going out.
Oh my God. If I hadn't just spent the last of my cash, I probably would have been like, let's do a take 4 on the intro. Go out there.
Now I have cash in my pocket, but whatever. Well,
okay,
no, forget anything.
It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So first things first, we have a serious plea. We have a serious thing to ask of you guys.
Yes.
We want you guys to tell your friends, tell a friend about this podcast. Make sure you guys follow us on all the socials. At Walking Blind Pod, pretty much everywhere. Mm-hmm. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com. Right. WalkingBlindPod.com. Is it pod or podcast?
For which one?
The website URL. I think it's WalkingBlindPod.com.
I think so too.
But it might be both. I think I got overzealous and I got both. So, who knows? And make sure you guys check us out. Make sure you guys tell a friend. Make sure you guys comment. And make sure you guys rate us. Hit us with a 5 stars or a 4.5 if you want to explain yourself. Whatever, whatever's clever.
Yeah. And if you happen to watch this video on YouTube, give it a like.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah. The YouTube subscriber count, which, we upload episodes, and I'll be honest, I don't expect anybody to really sit down and watch like an hour-long podcast with one camera angle, but the numbers are slowly starting to go up.
Yeah.
We got some commenters. Shout out to the people that comment on there. Then shout out to Mike Perez, who likes to go on there from his personal YouTube channel and comment back to everybody else.
Well, it's good. I'm already on my personal one, and just don't think about it. But,
yeah, we.
I should.
But help us out. Tell your friends. Mostly, we want more of you guys to listen. We want more of you guys to tune in so that we can hang out with more of you guys on a more regular basis. The thing about this show is that we really started this with the intent of talking to you guys.
Yeah,
we really started it with the intent of communicating with you guys and talking with you guys, because we could just be like every other podcast and just shoot the shit and talk about our normal everyday lives, which we kind of do.
Yeah.
But we want you guys' interaction. We want to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys. So hit us up on the socials, hit us up on the emails. Tell me why I'm wrong about a lot of stuff, because I usually am. Remember, I'm the non-educated one here.
Do we want people to fact check us? Should we make that a challenge?
Ooh, you guys can fact check me all you want. Actually, yeah, fact check me. I would like that, because I like to say a lot of nonsense.
I fact check myself sometimes. Sometimes I'll watch back in some of the episodes and I'll be like, oh, why did I say that? I'm like, all right, yeah.
It is what it is. It happens sometimes.
But yeah, so yeah, help us out. We're trying to grow this thing, and just small things. Like I said, if you already listened to us somewhere, give us a either a review or a like. Goes a long way.
Goes a long way. Yeah. It makes us feel good. That was my new R2 unit. I wasn't expecting it to go off like that, but it did.
It agrees.
It agrees. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you guys can see my murdered out goth bot that I made this weekend.
Made?
Yeah.
Like Build-A-Bear, but
it's Build-A-Bear, but droids. Yeah, dude. So I pieced it all together.
Cool.
It was all black, and I was like, I need some hints of red, because the black and red thing is, my jam.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the little red accent pieces on there. Definitely looks like a Imperial Sith droid.
Cool. So this isn't a normal thing, because I don't want to act like a nerd and be like, I acted like it's something I'd seen before.
This is not like R4D8 or something like that.
Okay, cool.
This is just
something you made.
So I guess we can kind of recap. I went to Disneyland, and I haven't been to Disneyland since I was 17. I haven't been to Disneyland since my grad night.
Whoa.
That's the last time I was at Disneyland. And then the ironic thing is, we show up and it's fucking grad night. There was just a ton of high school kids running all over the place.
Oh, is that was that kind of a bummer? Or? Wait, so was it packed?
It was packed. Yeah, it was a little bit of a bummer in a sense that, like, okay, here's the thing about Disneyland. Now tickets are like $104 a person, right? And then on top of that, like, if you want the genie with lightning options, where you could just get the lightning pass, it's an extra $20 per ticket per person, right? So that's already at $124 plus parking. So I think at the end of the day, for like park hopper and all this stuff, like, I paid $458 or something like that to go to Disneyland for a day and then be able to jump to California Adventure. So that already hurt my feelings, right? And then you get there and everything's also expensive. Mm-hmm. Like, we built 2 goth bots and that was like $217 or something like that. Gosh, it was a pricey day, dude. Yeah.
Dude.
Thank God for side hustles and voiceover money. You know what I mean? Because
that's so much money.
It's so much money. I was like, hey, this isn't something that we're going to make a regular thing.
You're like, I'll be back in another, whatever, 15 years.
But Disney was like, I mean, it was packed. There were a ton of kids rolling around. And actually, my buddy Larry, shout out to Larry in the Robot Lab podcast, hit me up and he's like, dude, are you at Disney right now? And I was like, yeah, why? And he's like, dude, our oldest boy is there for grad night. And he's like, if you find him, just walk up to him and take his wallet. And I was like, all right, I'm on the lookout. I couldn't find him. Couldn't find him. I was looking forward to it, though. He knows me, so he would have been like, damn it, Mike.
Dude, so I like to tell this story, even though it's not even mine. My brother's story. My brother's grad night. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's still a thing. I don't even think it was a thing when I was, for my grad night. I think there was just DJs. But for my brother's grad night,
live bands.
They had live bands.
Sick.
Do people know what grad night is? Should we explain that?
So, I guess anybody that's not in Southern California. So, for Southern California high school graduates, Disneyland does this thing where a bunch of different schools in Southern California that are graduating basically has what they call a grad night, where they get a full day at Disneyland. And then they're allowed in the park after hours. They keep the park open for them afterwards. So like, we got kicked out of California Adventure at 9 because they were like, only grad night wristbands are allowed after that. And then after hours at the park, you could still go on rides and stuff. You could still go on some of the rides I think are closed, but I think you can go on a majority of everything at night. And then it's basically a party for the high school kids that are graduating, and they go until I think 2.
I felt like mine was late.
I feel like mine went till like 6.
I thought we didn't get into the park until like 10.
So
or 11.
From what I remember is that like we went later in the day, and I think we were there until the morning.
Yeah,
like we were there until the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, like I think 6 a.m. was when we left.
Yeah, I overheard kids talking like, "Oh, we're here till 2 a.m." You know, so I think they kind of changed the rules.
COVID, man.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. So something, but yeah. So like there was a lot of, and then like of course like it'll be like bullshit. Like you're standing in line for something that's like a 2-hour wait, and there's 3 kids in front of you, and then all of a sudden their 18 friends come meet them in line, and you're like,
dude, fuck that.
These fucking little kids. Oh my god.
I'd have such a hard time with that.
So
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate line cutting.
I know.
I hate it.
I know. But it's convenient when somebody else saves you a spot in line.
Yeah, true. No, I have such a hard time going if someone holds a spot for me. I have such a hard time going.
We were saying that we should just like work our way through the line. Like, oh, I'm sorry, our friends are up front. Our friends are up front, and just go all the way to the front. But dude, there is I haven't been since I was 17, so I haven't seen Galaxy's Edge. I haven't seen Avengers Campus. I haven't seen any of this.
Yeah, if you've been there 17, there's a lot you haven't seen.
There's a lot I haven't seen. Right?
Star Wars Land.
Yeah. So I get there and I'm shook by the Millennium Falcon. I'm like drinking blue milk. It's just sugar.
No. Yeah,
it's just sugar and jellies and stuff. Like, so I'm like exploring Disneyland, whatever, having a good time. When were you last there? Because I know you were there recently.
I was there like in like the start of the year. Like January, I think it was.
Did you get to ride the new Rebels Escape? Dude.
Yeah.
There's this, I don't want to spoil everything, but you end up on an Imperial, starfighter.
Dude, I got chills. Like when you walk in and you see all the stormtroopers and
the stormtroopers are all lined up and it looks like you're just in space.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's cool.
That ride was impressive. That ride was really impressive. Like the whole experience was really impressive.
Dude, before the pandemic, I remember I went. It was Megan's birthday, and so she went 2 days in a row, and she couldn't get in both days.
She had reservations?
I don't remember. I think she was just trying to go early, but it was before the pandemic and stuff. And so, so I definitely didn't get in, and then thankfully, years later, I finally got to see it when I went with my family.
So now what's even crazier about Disneyland is the tickets are already super high, and then depending on what ticket you buy, kind of gives you like certain days that you can go, right? Like there's certain tiers of tickets that you can buy that allow you certain days, and on top of that, you have to have a valid ticket and you have to make a reservation to be at the park at that day, and combine them together in order to go.
Wow.
And then they take your picture when you walk into Disneyland, so you can't just hand your pass to somebody else.
Dang.
Right? They print out a ticket for you. They take your picture. They scan your ticket. That way, when you hop over to California Adventure, when they scan it, if it's not you on the picture, sorry, you can't come in.
Dang. Years. I wish. I'm sure I still have it somewhere. I gotta find it. But years ago, I had a pass and it had my picture on it, and it's when I had a mohawk.
Nice.
Fucking sick.
Nice. You're the king of IDs with pictures.
I do have some pretty sick IDs.
So, anyways, let's jump into our mental health check. Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, the mental health check, or what we like to call the MPHC, the Mike Perez health check, is just kind of a recap of where we're at mentally, what's been going on,
and like, well, if there's any coping mechanisms we've done or what we're doing to kind of help how we're feeling if we're down. Yeah. But it doesn't always have to be negative stuff too.
Yeah.
Which is cool about it. Just talking, just creating conversation.
We're just creating conversation, not creating a void. That was bad.
Sorry.
So MPHC, where are you at?
For me, so just this weekend was a bit of a roller coaster, but I think it was good. I felt like it ended up being a good weekend. Mentally, I was just kind of all over the place. I was annoyed all week because I had this like cough. Well, I wasn't sick. I took COVID test and everything negative. It was just a cough. I felt fine.
Chest.
No allergies. Yeah, I felt like I had like this like tickle in my throat, and it was just annoying. It was so annoying, and but other than that, like yesterday was the funeral for service for one of my aunts. And, you know, I was not like sad, but it was also really nice to see. There was a lot of family came out, a lot of friends and family. Yeah. So that was cool because there's some cousins and some friends I hadn't seen in years. And so, you know, obviously wish it was under better circumstances, but it was just nice seeing everyone. And I kind of felt like that was like, I felt like that was nice for me as far as, you know, being able to see people. But at the same time, I was also exhausted.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's a lot. It's a lot to handle, especially in times like that, you know.
Yeah, it's just because it's overly emotional, but then also it's just very taxing because you know even when you're talking to anyone, even like all the conversations I felt like I had were awesome, and I was so drained afterwards. And dude, I slept on accident. I fell asleep at I got home around 5, and I went to kind of lay down. And I slept from 6 p.m. until 4 a.m. my shift. I woke up feeling crazy because I didn't set an alarm because I didn't plan on sleeping the whole time. And so I woke up so out of my mind and I woke up at 4 a.m., which is when I normally wake up, that I sent a text to my coworker saying, "I'm so sorry. I'm leaving right now.
You just didn't realize what time it was?
No, it was like crazy head when you wake up and nothing makes sense. Because in my mind, I don't know why, I was like, oh, I have to be at work already.
Yeah, it's like oh shit, it's 6:17.
Yeah, it felt, So, but anyway, so I feel like mentally I've been, ups and downs, but I feel like it ended well. And for it being kind of a a sad occasion, there's a lot of just a lot of nice moments with friends and family. So
yeah,
I think it ended well.
It's good.
Yeah. How was yours? Where you at?
Weekend was cool. I have a funny story for you. So, you know, I went to Disneyland on Saturday, and then Sunday morning I got up and I met up with Martin for coffee. Mm-hmm. We were gonna go visit you. We didn't know you had the funeral thing going, right?
Yeah.
So we're sitting at Daily Brew, and we're like, we're gonna eat lunch. Where are we gonna go eat lunch, right? And I'm like, so we're throwing out ideas oh, let's go to church, let's get a burger, let's go to Heroes, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Martin's like, you want to go be the first people to order at Texas Roadhouse? And I was like, yeah. So
Martin,
we drove to Texas Roadhouse, and then what makes this even funnier is, for those of you who don't know this, is that my girlfriend is plant-based. So I text her and I was like, I'm going to lunch. I'm about to go eat a fat steak.
You're not invited.
I apologize in advance. I'll see you later.
I'll be thinking of you the whole time.
I'll be thinking of you while I eat this ribeye with grilled shrimp on the side. And
whatever, dude. Martin was like, yeah, we gotta go. And I guess you guys went. For what it's worth, I didn't know that he was making you promises of meat that I didn't know about. He forgot which mic he was promising.
So yeah, we went to Texas Roadhouse and then just hung out for a little bit on Sunday because he had a show with Cross Control.
Oh yeah, shit! I wonder how that went.
Yeah, apparently it looked like it went pretty well. So, yeah, I've just been. I'm in grind mode right now, especially to recover financially. I'm kind of like Tiger King right now, with the EMS jacket on. I'm never gonna financially recover from this. No, but yeah, I've been. You and I have been texting back and forth about the cool things, that we have planned.
Things coming, guys.
But I'm in a holding pattern right now because I'm in the process of. So when I bought my house in 2018, it was myself and my dad. now that my parents.
Yeah,
I didn't even think. So now that my parents have moved from Georgia to here, they moved into an apartment. So I got them moved in. And they planned this out because I had to get up, take a day off, get up early, be there for the moving truck on the morning that the moving truck got there. And then like, I just had this, my dad was like, this piece goes here, this piece goes here. And he's like, rosewood dresser. There's 4 dressers that come off of the moving truck. 2 of them look like rosewood. I'm like, that one. So I'm like just making judgment calls left and right.
Nice.
And then like they're going from a like really big 5-bedroom house in Georgia to a tiny 2-bedroom apartment in Riverside. Right. So half of the stuff went in the garage. The other stuff that went upstairs, I had to like feng shui it to make it fit, and then just surrounded by boxes and stuff. So, yeah, I got them all moved in, and then an hour after the heavy lifting was done, my parents come rolling into town.
Oh, they weren't there.
They roll into town. Their beds are already assembled. The couches are in place.
Well played, Mr. Alcedo.
Alcibar.
I get it. Filipino.
I get it. Wrong Filipino. So they come rolling in, and then so I've been like running back and forth between the house. I've been on a mission. If you guys follow me on the gram at Mike Alcedo, no, I'm just kidding, Mike Alcibar. I've been on a mission to get the demon dog, which is my parents' dog, to love me.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a little. I don't even know what she is. She's like a Chihuahua something mix. Her name is Henley. And okay, so the sad side of this story is when they first got her and adopted her, they said she was in like a hoarder house and was like abused. And now our working theory is that I remind her of one of the people that abused her because she's like vicious with me. Like she'll like chill and let me pet her for like 10 minutes, and then I'll get up to walk away, and then she'll start baring her teeth and like nip at my calves. Like she'll like bite at my calves and stuff, or she'll bark at me. So I'm like,
little dogs like that. I'm like, dude, I could punt you.
Yeah, I could kick you so far, but I don't because I'm a good person and I love dogs. So I've been doing these mission logs, like mission log day 1. The demon has accepted me into its pack. Like,
nice.
So
dude's winning it over with treats, man. It's a cheater's way, but
I've tried.
Works.
I've tried. It like takes the treat, eats it, and then it growls at me like I'm going to take the treat away from it. I don't know what to do anymore. I'll figure it out.
I'm noticing that I think we both got sun.
We did. We're both a little dark. You can especially tell on
I did because I did baseball.
the Mike Perez farmer stand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did baseball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did we do so much this week? Why does it feel like we did so much?
Just busy.
Interesting.
But
yeah, other than that, I've been in grind mode, man. I've been trying to work out the kinks on some things. I'm in a holding pattern. Oh yeah, so I'm in a holding pattern with my house to basically assume the loan on my own and not include my dad on the loan. So it's like this. I can't. The stuff that we have lined up. The reason we keep talking about it, but you haven't seen anything yet, is because I have to get this done before the rest of that stuff happens, or can even happen, because need everything to align and line up. But
it'll align in time.
Yeah. So it's it's summertime in California. It's basically where we're at.
And this is gonna. It doesn't matter. It's gonna whatever. Not because of me. It's gonna get hot real soon. It was nice. This weekend was nice. I felt.
I wasn't expecting it to be rainy.
Yeah, that was weird. Oh wait, was it overcast for you and do that?
Yeah.
See that? Nice.
Yeah.
Was that good?
It was good. It was good because I wasn't sweating. But then, like, when it's overcast, you get even more. So.
Yeah.
So I got the little farmer's tan going.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need tattoos so I can hide this. This is so, dude.
So that's pretty bad. Mine's pretty bad too. I mean,
but yours.
Yeah. Watch the YouTube, guys. You get a deeper glimpse into this.
I look sick when I take my shirt off in public.
What are you doing for Memorial Day?
When is Memorial Day? Next week?
Next weekend.
Is it next weekend?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Next Monday.
Oh, right. Right. I don't know, dude. Nothing. Not a thing. I don't think.
Well, there goes that topic.
What are you? What are you doing?
I'm going up to visit the bear and family. You know.
I'll probably watch Top Gun again at some point.
Did you watch it already?
No, but I'm going to on Thursday.
When on Thursday?
Early. Just you're sick. You're sick, Michael.
I can't be sick. I've been sick a lot lately.
Well,
I have tomorrow morning off.
Stay on that trend. You have tomorrow morning off?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Only
tomorrow?
because I have a little graduation to go to.
Where?
And then I'm leaving Riverside. And then I'm leaving Friday
Come
early.
with the brew. I'll be there.
I might.
Do it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'll
there
probably come in early.
Yeah,
I'll
be there
probably
all
come in
morning.
early because I do. I have to be. Yeah, I'll probably come get coffee.
Sick.
Cool.
Oh, another thing that happened this week. Sorry, I'm like, just remember too that I had some friends come in. One from Idaho, and
Idaho.
yeah, friend Cindy, and then where is? And then Cameron, but I can't remember if he's originally from Idaho or because he's an actor, so he's like all over the place.
Yeah.
I got to talk to him about voiceover work, seeing as how
Since you're a voiceover artist now.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot happened. A lot did happen this weekend. Jeez.
So if you're watching the YouTube channel, right, you will see that we have the droid here, which is not reacting to me now. And then we also have this cool Wolverine. You want to go ahead and press his belly one time? See what happens?
It's a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger noises.
Take your best shot. My healing factor can take anything.
It doesn't even sound like Wolverine.
I know.
You mess with me, you mess with the claws.
Are these
So-
even the Saints?
What?
Does he ever say? Has
I
he
don't
ever
think
said
so.
this?
I don't think he's ever said any of this. So I found this like super sick and super big Wolverine figure at the Avengers campus store, and I had to have it for you. Yes. I saw it and I was like, I have to get this for Mike. So we got the Wolverine, and then in return, I told Mike, I go, hey, do you want this? Because I'm gonna get it for you. And he is like, we can exchange gifts at the podcast. And then I got this sick ass Savannah Banana shirt.
I got a shirt.
Yes.
At first, what was in the cart were the same shirts, and then I was like, "Why?
Why am I purposely
Why
doing
would I
this
do
to
that?
myself?
I can choose not to do that." So that's what I did.
For those of you who also don't know, we have this tendency to unintentionally match
Everywhere.
everywhere we go.
I feel like we're breaking that because what was it? When was it? Thursday or Friday?
And we went somewhere.
We went somewhere, and I just knew. I don't know why, but I knew Mike was wearing khaki, and so I didn't.
Khaki shorts.
Yeah.
Black shirt.
So I wore black shorts and probably a black shirt. But I remember
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna wear khaki. I can feel it, and he did. And the only reason why I kept this one for myself is because it fucking matches my shoes.
Yes, dude. It matches the Air Maxes. He finally has a reason to wear them. I'm cool with that. I have a bunch of navy blue stuff that I can wear.
I have so much navy, but it's all like baseball stuff.
La Sierra baseball stuff. All right. So so Mike Perez, not only is he editor extraordinaire of the podcast, he has now taken on the producer role, which means I just have to kind of show up. It's kind of awesome. So what do you got? What do you have on the?
All right.
You have on the agenda,
So
dude?
I just have some things I wrote down from the week.
Okay.
We can talk about them or not. We can just say pass.
Let's do it.
All right. So first thing, I was excited about this. Did you hear about Daredevil season 4?
Yes. So Disney Plus is picking up Daredevil and continuing the story,
Yes.
right? So it's not going to be a reboot. It's a continuation of arguably one of the best Marvel series
Yes, dude.
of all time.
Yes, I love that show.
And
Even
Charlie Cox as Daredevil is phenomenal.
so good, and I'm excited because I feel like that he's gonna show up more in the movies too.
Yeah.
which would be rad.
Well, after seeing him show up in spoilers, Spider-Man. If you haven't seen it by now, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Such a cool,
such a cool cameo, and just such a cool like the whole interaction when it happened.
Yeah,
he's like catches it, and he's like, "You're not just an attorney, are you?"
It's such a cool introduction. If you don't know who Daredevil is, and that was your first introduction to him, how cool!
Yeah, what a cool introduction.
But then take it further. If you haven't watched the Daredevil show, watch it.
If you haven't watched Daredevil on Netflix, watch it. Also, if the only Daredevil you've seen is Ben Affleck, this is gonna be a nice little change of pace for you. Charlie Cox kills it.
It's so good. And then also,
although I was kind of hoping we would see Ben Affleck in Multiverse of Madness, but you know,
that would kind of that actually would be cool. Dude, who's to say we're not? I mean, all that stuff isn't done yet. You know, who's sure there's more surprises coming.
Yep.
As we're talking about this, because I hadn't even thought about this, but I guess this means that freaking Punisher is part of the MCU now, as far as like the official MCU.
I'm cool with all of those people except the Iron Fist.
Yeah, they're gonna recast him, or
keep Colleen,
or she's the best thing about that whole.
Yeah, keep Colleen as the Iron Fist.
How awesome of a redemption. Like, can you imagine if Marvel and Feige and everyone, because they have to know. They have to know how bad that show was.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Like, we're pretty big Marvel fans, and I think we have a pretty good, we can put ourselves through a lot. Dude, that show,
that was bad.
I haven't fast forwarded through a show in forever.
That was so bad. And what makes it worse is he vocally said, "I'm not going to train for this. I'm not going to, whatever." Anyways,
yeah,
Daredevil's coming back season 4. I'm excited.
Very excited. All right, so I don't know if you've seen this movie or even heard of it. Have you heard of The Gentleman?
I've seen the previews, and I see that it is now on Netflix, but I haven't watched the movie yet. But I heard it's awesome.
Bro, watch it now. Have you seen Snatch?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Guy Ritchie, so it's very Snatch-like. But dude,
it's got like Charlie Hunnam, and it's got
everybody, dude. Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Charlie Hunnam. Hugh Grant, is that his name? Or
Hugh Grant?
I believe that's who it was. And then who?
He just played the Penguin.
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
really good.
I
make you
loved
want
it.
to own like a tracksuit.
Yeah. Dude,
I heard that movie was sick. I just never had a chance to watch it.
it's cool. I was shocked that my brother was like so down to watch it.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just we had just like a free night, sometime this week, and so we were trying to think of something to watch, and then I remember I've been seeing clips come up for it on, I don't know if it's Instagram or YouTube or one of those, just little things, and so I was just like, hey, would you want to check this out? I was like, I don't know anything about it. It could be awful.
It could be real bad.
Yeah, but dude, I love it. My brother liked it too. So
this is a kind of a random side question, a little side quest. Do you feel like having your brother in the house is giving you guys more opportunities to watch movies and shit?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Cool. This is something, I don't know if this is bad, if this throws my brother under the bus, gets him in trouble. I don't know.
I'm so excited.
Whatever. Sorry, Mara. I'll take the blame for this. One of the things that I like, so a couple years ago, my brother was moving from Escondido to Palm Springs. And so, kind of the same deal before they bought a house. We were all at my parents' house. And,
at the old house?
No, at the house we're at now.
Oh. So
it was like pretty, like we hadn't been there that long. And, one of the things that I had a purchase I made on Amazon Day was seasons like 1 through 5 of Game of Thrones.
Nice.
And I was told, because I'd been told, my old manager, shout out to Lauren, she was like, you have to watch Game of Thrones, like you'll love it. And I don't really like fantasy stuff. Like really, like it's okay. Like Lord of the Rings, I think is like it's cool.
Yeah.
I can watch the movies. I enjoy them.
Visually, it's appealing.
Yeah. But like when she was describing the show to me, I was just like, I mean, I don't, whatever. I'm not that, I don't know. It wasn't that exciting to me. So, I remember looking for season 1, and season 1 was like $50 or something like that. And I was like, hell no, I'm not going to spend that.
You didn't have HBO at that time?
No. No. And so then like on Amazon Day, on Amazon Prime Day, whatever, it just happened to come up in my search, and it was seasons 1 through 6 for like $70. So then I don't know. I just felt like, I was like, that's, if I don't like it, then I'll just try to resell it or something. I don't know. And so I had bought it.
You bought the physical DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I had them.
Kids,
and what?
we used to buy media in the forms of discs.
Yeah.
Before that, it was tapes.
Yeah. I think that's the last thing I've I don't know. No, I bought, actually, I think I bought all the Deadpool just because I love those movies.
That's fair.
But, yeah, so I remember I bought the set, whatever, and then I just never watched it. Never watched it until my brother and his family had moved in, and we just had like a free afternoon, and he saw it, and he was just like, "Why haven't you opened this?" And I was just like, "Oh, I don't know. I just
this is dragging."
nothing, I don't know. I was like, and I'd heard about how gnarly it was, so I wasn't gonna like push that on my brother and like recommend him to watch it.
Hey,
But
listen, the Lord created all those titties in Game of Thrones for a reason.
all those titties and dragons.
There's so many boobs in that movie.
And like
in that series.
It cools off. It cools off a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it does. Once you develop an attachment to the characters, they start showing you less nudity. But while they're roping you in the beginning, they're like, check this out.
Season 1 is pretty wild when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah. But dude, so my brother was just like, he's like, let's just watch an episode for 9 until we won't do it. And so we watched the first episode, and both of us were kind of like on the fence because it has like the first scene, which is like the incest scene.
Yeah.
So I think both of us were kind of like, I think we're out, man. And then we were like, let's just watch one more. We watched one more, and then we just got fucking hooked.
Yeah.
Hooked. So how I said we didn't have HBO. By the time we were done, we had HBO.
Because we
got HBO. We had to finish it. Yeah. And so it was just fun because like that became like our show for like, I think it was like summertime.
Yeah.
And it was cool because I haven't had like, brother things like that with him in a long time. Every now and then we'll catch a game and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was just fun to be like, because we had to like be away from family.
Yeah, you can't just watch that in the living room.
Yeah, with my nieces and stuff.
Walking around.
And so it was just cool. Then we watch it, and then like, and I remember when they ended up moving, when they moved away, and they moved out. Then it was kind of like we just couldn't wait for each other to like watch it together.
Yeah,
because by then it was already on HBO.
Yeah,
and the new season had come, and so anyway, so we were all how do we get on this?
Because you guys were talking about watching The Gentleman.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because you're saying if there's more time. Yeah. So yeah, all I'll say is we had some good quality bonding time. We both got super into that freaking show, man.
I mean, I don't blame you. That show was legit.
Until season 8.
Yeah, well, that was a total loss on that one.
I cannot think of a worst. Oh, it's not even, dude. I'm gonna get mad. Let's not talk.
It just, yeah. We'll say this: it didn't do justice to any of the characters.
No, you could tell, especially when you start to like step back and you realize all the stuff going on with the writers and how they'd been offered Star Wars, which they didn't end up doing. Good, because they were probably called out. They're good adapters, not good writers.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you can tell they rushed it. The last season could have been split up into 2. It should have gone 10 seasons.
I agree.
Just even, dude. I can feel myself getting all. Just the North finding out about.
We'll leave it at this. there's so much more story left to have been told, but they didn't.
Yeah, there's so many things that we didn't get to see.
They just kind of gave up. Yeah, kind of like the Angels.
I know. I know. The big reveal. You have all the surviving siblings finally show up, and then the big reveal of who John is told us by Sam and Bran. That's who we find out who they are. We don't get to see Sansa or Arya's reaction to it. Anyways,
I get it.
Angels were on a losing streak. They broke it. Happy for them that they won.
So much heart.
I know.
So much heart.
One of these days, we should try. I don't know if I can, but we should try to do a Game of Thrones discussion.
Should we do? Maybe we could do. We could do a little mini series called Mike of Thrones.
Mike of Thrones, dude. The new. I'm getting sucked back in. The new series looks awesome.
It does look awesome.
And when I started to learn about the lore of it, I liked this era way more. So part of me was just like, why did they start with this?
Yeah.
But now they're going back to it. It was cool.
Yeah.
The Dance of Dragons.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys want a Mike of Thrones series. We'll watch every episode and live commentary on them.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Little parties.
And like we said, Angels losing streak.
They were on their first serious losing streak this week, which was a little rough because it was against Texas. I fucking hate. But but they broke out of it this weekend. They had a good weekend. I don't think they swept. Who are they playing? Oakland. What did they?
I don't know if they swept them, but I remember seeing I get the CBS Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
yes! Yeah, they definitely won the series. But anyway, at the time as I was writing this, the Angels hadn't won. They were on a losing streak, so I was upset. I was like, I feel like this is something I could talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm not as upset, especially now that I've had to talk about Game of Thrones, which tend to take the cake for me on a lot of things.
All right, well, let's talk about winners then.
The winners, we don't have to talk about the UFC thing, but I was gonna ask, have you heard about what Khabib's team did this week?
No.
And when I say Khabib's team, I guess I'm kind of throwing Daniel Cormier in there.
No.
So for anyone who doesn't care at all about the UFC, maybe you can
Might want to fast forward.
Yeah, maybe you can take a piss break or something.
Yeah.
I'll say this quickly because I think it's genius, and I feel like you don't have to be a fan to understand how genius this is. So Khabib, his protege is Islam.
Yeah.
Right? Islam Makhachev, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's like his boy.
He's the next quote unquote Khabib.
Right. And he's in a way fulfilling his dad's legacy by creating a champion in his honor, but training him now.
Right. Which
is one of the things Khabib wanted to do. He wanted to train a champion. And so they've been trying to get him a title fight.
But do you feel like that title fight is earned if you don't work your way up the ranks? Because, he took on that last minute fight.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden that places him, pretty high in the rankings. But you haven't grinded. You haven't fought the dudes, which I'm not saying that he wouldn't win, but still you need those fights under your belt.
Right.
Right.
It's hard, man, because I feel like there's some guys in the UFC kind of fast-tracked. And so I'm almost wondering if they're not fast-tracking it because it might be kind of the Khabib problem.
Right.
Where it's almost like not fun.
Right.
But, so all I say is so the UFC is definitely taking their time on getting in there, right?
Right.
Which is upsetting Khabib's team. So, and I can't help but think this was planned. This is where I think of this genius, his team, because he's boys with Daniel Cormier, they train together and all that stuff. Daniel Cormier said that he said if Islam fights for the title against who's the one who just lost the title? Oliveira. And he said if Islam fights Oliveira and loses, that Khabib will come out of retirement to fight Oliveira.
Ooh, is that real? Is that like verified?
So he said that, and then of course they asked Khabib, so what would you do if Islam got his title shot and then he lost?
Yeah.
And his answer was, I don't know what I would do. I really don't know what I would do, which I think leaves it open because normally he's been so like, we'll rethink it.
No.
I'll, whatever. Like he doesn't entertain coming back at all.
Right.
Like he gets called out every day. But so I think his genius is like, how can you, if you're the UFC, how do you not now fast track? Because then if he, first off, that's an insane fight. Oliveira versus Islam.
Yeah.
And so, and if Islam wins, then you have a new champion, which I'm sure the UFC probably wouldn't be that stoked about. But that would be rad. But then if he doesn't win and Khabib comes out of retirement,
yeah, that's huge.
Dude, that is massive. That is so freaking huge. And so I feel like the UFC almost has to be like, well, shit, now we gotta fast track this kid now, or like, when it's not,
It's a smart move.
It's such a smart move. When I heard that, I was like, that is, oh my God. I was like, dude, that is brilliant. It's chess. It's chess.
They're playing chess and we're still setting up checkers.
Right. Yeah. We're still arguing about the rules of checkers.
So and then last but not least on our week update, so we have Top Gun coming out. And dude, without going too in depth into this, I'm impressed with what the robot Tom Cruise made him and his castmates go through. They all got their pilot's licenses for this movie. They all had to actually experience like what it was like to experience the G-force and flights and stuff. They're actually, and I guess they were saying that like the actors had to learn how to act and film themselves at the same time because there's no room in the cockpit for anything else. So they have to legit activate the camera and then act while they're fucking in a fighter jet. Like, I'm impressed. And
the thing that impressed me, because I'm like terrified of water, was they had to do all the actual underwater training.
Yeah.
Because the Top Gun, it's on a carrier and stuff. And so all those pilots have to do underwater training because there's a possibility you could, crash in the ocean. And
then you got to learn how to get yourself out of a sinking.
Yeah, dude. And they all did it. Just nuts.
That's wild. I'm pretty excited for this movie.
Yeah, for all the weird things about Tom Cruise, he does make cool movies. Like,
yeah,
they're I don't like Mission Impossible movies, but I have to watch them.
You don't like Mission Impossible movies?
I do. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't know how to explain
like
it.
when
that was cool.
He cocked his biceps.
That was pretty cool.
It's also not Tom Cruise, but still.
But it's like, it's hard not to appreciate it when you're like, dude, crazy Tom Cruise did all that stuff. Like the airplane thing where he's like on the outside of it and it's taking off. Like he actually did that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for Tom Cruise. I'm excited for Top Gun. For Top Gun.
I'm excited for Tom Gun.
For Tom Gun.
For Top Cruise.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, there are very, very few movies that come back like years later are like.
Are we gonna have another shirtless volleyball scene?
I hope so. Or something. They gotta do something. Yeah. He's got at least.
It's got to pay homage.
Even if it's a joke. Even if he like drives by and there's like volleyball going on and he just sits there and kind of, creepily watches. I'd be okay with that. And he's having just flashbacks.
Yeah.
Dude.
I wanna know what love is.
Oh, do you think there's gonna be music in every scene?
I hope so. It wouldn't be a Top Gun movie without it.
Yeah, I didn't know that until someone pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
Every single scene has music, like music. not just background noise, like music.
It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful movie. Beautiful movie.
So yeah, that's all I got. Do you have anything?
Nah, man. Let's follow up on the IG questions from last week.
Yeah. So first off, shout out to everyone who participated. Right now, I'm doing it from my personal page just because a few more,
makes sense.
Few more followers. But
Makes sense.
soon we'll be doing everything from the Walking Blind podcast Instagram. Anyway, so I had 3 questions that I did last week, and then pretty much put those up the same for this week, and I even added 1 question, which was a fun one. But so we asked what's everybody's coping mechanisms for this week, and then we asked about mental health check. Where are you at?
If you're not doing a mental health check, where you at?
Where you at? How are you feeling? And then from last week, which we still got a couple that we didn't get to answer on the show last week, is questions or topics people would like for us to discuss. And then the new question that I asked was, are there any conspiracies that you think that you believe, or that you find interesting? I think is what I said. And so the responses were pretty rad. I'm gonna go with I'll just go. So some of these questions were from last week that we didn't get around to. And this was for the mental health check. So Union Barber, he said, honestly, not great. Mikalika, he said, could be better, but definitely could be worse. This is going to be a good week. Love the optimism.
Like that.
Marie Phibbs said 8 out of 10, which is good.
Is this mental health check?
Mental health check. No Heroes, which is our boy Jeezy.
Fuck Jeezy.
He said, I'm fine. Not bad. Not amazing.
Dude, you're about to leave for Europe.
Is he?
I think so.
With who?
I don't know.
Is it weird that I still get a little jealous whenever he goes out with the pit?
I'm like 90% sure that Jeezy is leaving for Europe.
Good for you, Jeezy. I'm happy for you. That's rad. Adam SG412. In a massive fog emotionally. Very sad inside, but surviving, and I have hope in the future. I appreciate the honesty, man. Oops. What did I do? Corrupted Booking said, been better. Shuffling a lot and feeling overwhelmed at times.
See? I'll leave for UK for 2 weeks on Wednesday. Jeezy, who you going out with?
With who?
Jeezy, who you going out with?
With who, Jeezy? I'll text him as soon as we're done here. For anyone who doesn't know, Jeezy, he's our first official merch guy extraordinaire. All around good dude.
He makes me laugh. I still like the name of our group chat with Jeezy. Just where the line is drawn.
He's so funny. If you ever have an opportunity to see him and Martin together, it's the funniest thing. Martin's like the only person that picks on Martin.
Yeah.
I remember this is like tangent, but I remember we were on tour. I forget who we were out with, and we were all there was just a group of guys that all knew Jeezy, Jeezy, and so they're like, oh dude, he's such a good merch guy. Yeah, dude, he's the best, man. Blah blah, best merch guy. And I'm hearing that, and I'm like, no, he's not.
Until he leaves the table to go get in the pit.
I was like, he's not the best merch guy, but I get what you guys are saying. I was like,
yeah.
I love him. Yeah, I love him.
Hanging around.
Yeah, but I was like, best merch guy. I was like, let's relax. Dude, I watched him tell people not to buy stuff. Like talking shit. Oh, dude. But he's being funny as he's doing it.
Yeah.
But he'll be like, don't listen to that. They don't even play stuff off of that. Or like, oh, dude. Anyway, there's a shirt that it looks like I'm bald. I have a shaved head, but it looks like I'm bald. And so, Jeezy, one of the best burns, and I was genuinely embarrassed. He put tape over my forehead, and he drew like little like 2 lines so it looked like hair, and then he called it like X bald X or something like that. He put it on the display on the T-shirt when we were selling on tour.
You're so bummed.
I was so incredibly bummed. It was so
like a
funny.
black and white shirt.
Yeah, it's fun. It was funny as hell, but I was so yeah, I was bummed.
I'm laughing, but it hurts.
It hurts. My boy David Van Zamp says he's exhausted.
I feel you.
Frankie Terror. Okay, today surprisingly, but the weekend was a giant roller coaster of emotions. She also had a funeral service to go to.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Frankie.
Julie Davidson. I'm going to say I'm not doing good.
Julie, what's going on? Talk to us.
What the message here? Dethroned. Quick story about Dethroned. So, Emily and her friend, they're like these 2 little blonde girls. They're women now. This is years and years ago. They would be at MBR shows. These 2, hard not to miss these 2 small little girls. And it was one of those. It's just one of those things where like I was like, are they supporting our band? Or do we just happen to be at a show that, you know what I mean?
One of their friends is playing.
Yeah. I've had an embarrassing moment with that where I was just like, hey, thanks for supporting me. And they were like, oh, what band are you in? I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm in the Bragg Rants. Okay. I'm cousins with someone. I forgot what band it was. And it was like who we had been playing like a couple shows with.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. Yeah. I was like, anyway.
That's why I just don't say anything to anybody.
Yeah. But no, like they're so cool, and they're like, oh yeah, we come out to see you guys and stuff, but they're rad. They're always up front, getting thrown around, but still always supportive. So thank you. But Dethroned, is her name. She said, struggling to keep my chin above water, but still treading.
That's what counts.
Our buddy Chris, Big Chris, slap of the bass.
Ooh.
He's exhausted, but happy to be able to do the things I have and have the people I have.
Nice.
Sad Valentine says, deteriorating.
That's never fun.
Not fun. Oh, there's an update from Frankie. Down today, but there's only up from here. Positive, I think. 2 777s. Coming out of a spiral.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Spiral, I feel like it's one of the best ways to describe something like that, because that's how I always feel. Jesse Toka. It's clearing up. I'm making progress in everything now, and I'm grateful for all my boys. Which me and Mike.
Love you, big dog.
Just me and Mike, who's grateful for.
My boys.
Yeah. And then, damn it, Anthony says, less garbage.
I want you guys to know that Mike Perez wrote less garbabe.
Garbabe.
But, less garbage.
I don't want to. I was typing fast. Actually, I'm going to go to really quick the coping. I feel like there were some good ones on here as I navigate technology. Union Barber says buying records, which Union Barber is my barber, and he's got quite the record collection.
Hell yeah. What's up, Brandon? I've been meaning to invest in a record player lately. I feel like I need to get into the game.
Dude, I got one from Amazon.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was very cheap.
Can you tell?
But it's cool. Yeah.
It's fair.
I have like all these I have a ton of MBR vinyls.
Yeah.
And then I have but then my collection is slowly growing. I have a few. Yeah, I got Set Your Sails.
Nice.
I got theirs. And then I have Motives, which is good. I think I say this all the time, but I feel so fucking bad for them because their album came out that they worked so hard on. COVID. Like comes out, and then I think they got to do a CD release show, and I think it was like to half capacity.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool that you got to at least do it, but still, it sucks that you couldn't.
Yeah.
Full potential.
Mikalika says smoke lots of weed.
All right.
Open. Burial for the living. Fishing, coffee, fiance, and music.
Nice.
This is the theme, it seems like. Marie Thibbs, smoking cannabis.
Same.
Municipal. Our boy Jeezy says, breathing and looking at the sky.
What you looking at up there, Jeezy?
I believe he likes to stare at the sun.
Makes sense.
When he was a child, he would just do that for hours, he said. Justin Charles White says, Adele, which I feel hard.
Yep.
Lawless Chaos says, working out.
Haven't done it in like 3 weeks, dude. I'm feeling pretty bad right now.
Yeah. Does walking count? I've been consistent on that.
I walked a lot the other day, but yeah.
Oh, I bet your phone tracked your steps.
I bet it did. It'd take too long for me to find where it is, though. Technology.
Yeah. Corrupted booking. Hugging my son. I feel crazy sometimes.
I get that.
Yeah. Shark Coleman, who I went to school with from like first grade till we graduated.
Dang.
Avoidance. I practiced that. Definitely practiced that. Dethroned. Separated myself from potentially destructive situations.
Good.
Really good. Big Chris. Music. Try to stay positive. Not overthinking my situation. Frankie Terror. Focus on positives. 2 777s. I'm finding that lists have been helping me.
Nice.
They're there when I'm feeling better. Yeah, lists are good, man. I remember Jesse and I had talked about this off. He responded to my post, but he sent it to me personally, which I didn't.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like writing down lists, and that way you're able to see things in front of you. And what Jesse was saying was like he kind of put it in categories of what he can control and what he can't.
Yeah.
And then when he couldn't control, he tried to basically push it off, and then things he could. I think he was saying about prioritizing them, or maybe I said to prioritize them. But yeah, lists are good. Damn it, Anthony said, playing more with my dogs. It's awesome. And then Tiffany Lillian says, breathing techniques and journaling.
Nice.
Have you ever journaled?
I have journaled. I journaled quite a bit.
I don't know if actually, it's for another time. Journaling felt weird for me, so I tried to turn every day into like a song. Try to write a song. This lasted for like three whole days, and now I'm embarrassed I mentioned that, and that I said that out loud. All right.
Everything starts at the top of the page.
Yeah.
Punk beat.
All right. So for this area, these are things that we don't necessarily need to talk about. Maybe not even today. But to hold them in our minds, maybe we can circle back to them. So this is from when I asked, are there any questions or topics that they'd like for us to discuss on the podcast? So damn it, Anthony said, anti-anxiety and antidepressants and personality change, psych meds, and the fear of personality changing. So I feel like, psych meds, and then the fear of, which, oh man, I
feel like that's a question that I would like to have somebody here that is actually on one of these medications or has actually experienced that personally.
I'm going to save this because at some point we're going to get Brian's mom.
Yeah.
And I think she can speak to that because this is something that was a big theme and when I would talk to him about it too. So yeah, we're going to hold that. We'll put a pin in it.
Mm-hmm.
This one was good too. Shara Coleman said, how to support your partner or loved one going through mental health issues while you have mental health issues, basically.
Interesting.
Frankie Terror. The pros and cons of the display of mental health or mental illness in media.
That was a good one because I think that there's, we kind of talked about this with Dylan. Mm-hmm. We've gotten to a point where, like, yes, we're talking about a mental health, and we're talking a lot about, how like how to classify people and, you know, what you see people going through. But now it's almost become like oh, you're this.
Right.
And then that's that.
Without any diagnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely interesting.
Chad Ackerman, he said, and I was supposed to follow up on this. UAP hearing is tomorrow. Like, what the fuck are they?
Yes. Chad asked us about this like early on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I need to look. I will look. I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't. Justin Charles White says he likes us to discuss decisions. Maybe we'll go into decision making,
or maybe life decisions.
Life decisions.
Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? Johnny Edge, he said, Ripped Away's new single that recently dropped. I checked this out, and it's good. It had, and this is just me being me, and this is like not the best thing, but there was things that I wanted to hear come back in the song, like little areas I wanted to repeat. Like, for instance, there's a riff at the end of the song, and I was like, oh, it's a sick, and as I was saying that's a sick riff, that was the end of it. It literally just played once, and then it was off to a new part. But I mean, you know, that's people, you know, bands like to, you know, give you a little taste, I guess, and then move on. But
I haven't heard it. What's the single called? Do you know?
It was called, I think it was called Lamentation.
I'm gonna check it out.
But yeah, Ripped Away. It was good. It was good. But that was like my thought. I was like, that was cool. I wish that part would come back. Our boy Jeezy says, is it okay to be depressed in dealing with loss?
Yes.
Yeah. I think maybe he means like, you know, maybe like to stay that way, or like if it's,
or is it okay if it triggers a depression when when you lose somebody? Which the answer is still yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no, one of the things I was really grateful to learn and to really get pushed when I was at school was the importance of, there's no time limits for things.
Yeah.
You know, I think we like to create our own time limits, or like we like to have our own, like, you know, I should be better by now.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it's like, it's not always the case. Ginger Pirate, confidence issues in men.
That's honestly like a whole episode in and of itself. And I feel like we should get some of the most manliest men that we know to come in and talk about their confidence.
Just man panel.
Yeah.
Panel of men.
A manel. Featuring
us.
A manel. We'll just be the moderators because we don't fit in very well. We could have a full manel.
Dude, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Ring Conley. Physical effects that mental health can have on you. Seems like many people don't know. Oh, we kind of talked about this. Maybe already. I
think we did talk about this a little bit.
But yeah, that's super important. Okay, we talked about that. All right, so the second part of what I did, and I added it to here. I added to this question. So a question that Kristen LaRue had put, or a topic, which she just said conspiracy theories.
Chris Williams, aka Dad Bod, aka the man himself, aka Barbecue Crocs,
aka Canadian Vest,
aka really good at rolling, really good at roller skates,
aka King of the One-Liner,
aka Chubby Chuck Norris.
I haven't heard that one. I like that one.
Aka Bobby Hill. We love you.
Chris gonna be like, "Oh, you guys do shit on me." That's like, oh, it's like Rick responded. Rick's like, "I like that you guys like." What do you say? He said something like, "You're wrong," and I like, because we were talking about who takes longer doing their hair or straightening their hair.
Longer.
Yeah. So I get a text from him, and he's like, "First off, you're wrong." It was like Daniel or something, and he's like, "But I'm glad that you're always thinking about me," or something like that. I was like, "Sorry, Rick."
That's fair.
So it's because she had just said conspiracy theories, I put a post asking people what's a conspiracy theory that you believe or you think is interesting.
Okay.
And so, again, this for another time, but just some ones that people had thrown out. 777s had said, the Marvel movies that got me thinking about the multiverse and possibilities of multiple, I guess, realities and stuff. This one, I'm going to skip that one. Drea, who is our buddy Justin's wife, she said, Justin and I want to start a GoFundMe page so that Perez can go in a Bezos rocket to look at Earth.
Interesting.
That sounds nice. I
Can
would
we
enjoy
please
that.
do that?
I would enjoy that.
Which,
I
by the way,
actually know
Drea-
someone that works at, not the same as Bezos, but I know somebody that works for SpaceX.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. By the way, Drea, come get on the show. Open invite still.
Oh, dude! And by the time this comes out, it'll be late news. But we gotta get Drea on here, and we gotta get Justin on here because Justin sings in the band Codename Rocky.
Yeah.
And they will have, by the time this comes out, they're releasing their album. Oh, I know. Dude, I'm so fucked up my days. What's today, Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on Friday, their EP drops.
This Friday.
This Friday.
So when this episode comes out, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So Codename Rocky's new EP is dropping. I forgot to ask him what the name of it, but check it out. I think they're going to be doing a series of drops kind of thing, like EPs. It's kind of cool.
That's sick.
So we got to get him on. Frankie Terror, she said the JFK assassinations seems like an interesting topic, as well as the Mandela effect.
I just saw the most recent, one of the most recent examples of the Mandela effect, and I think I sent it to you, about Publishers Clearinghouse and Ed McMahon. Did I send this to you?
I don't think so.
So they're saying all the kids that were born in the 80s, like, do you remember Publishers Clearinghouse and Ed McMahon would show up at your door with a fucking giant, big $1 million check? Ed McMahon?
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm getting the name right, so I gotta check this. I know I fucking sent it to you because it blew my mind. It blew my airbag back. Holy shit! I have 13 messages from Dallas. Let's see, where'd it go? Here it is. Here, I'm gonna play the TikTok.
No, I haven't seen this.
Wait, hold on. Let me just get the name. I'll let you watch the video.
All right.
Okay, so you get the envelopes in the mail for Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. You fill it out, you get a chance to win $1 million, right? And then if you win the $1 million, a guy named Ed McMahon would show up on your porch with a big giant check for $1 million.
Yeah.
Right? So apparently that never fucking happened.
No, it happened for sure.
It says it never happened. Ed McMahon never worked for or made commercials for Publishers Clearinghouse. But they even referenced it in TV shows like The Golden Girls. But you can't find footage of Ed McMahon anywhere delivering checks.
What? No, I feel like you got.
Awkward silence.
Sorry, I am. Dude, I feel like it was on Betty White.
Ed McMahon wants to see me right away?
Yeah.
So what, is the entire internet?
So basically saying, nope, didn't happen, never happened. Ed McMahon never did anything for Publishers Clearinghouse.
I bet you'll find something. I'll find something. I will dig. That happened. I remember those commercials.
Yeah? Just like, what was the other one? There was never a Disney intro that had Tinkerbell flying in and
Lies. There
dotting
was.
the I. Apparently not.
No. No.
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
We could go so crazy into this.
The one where I know. Never mind. I think she mentioned how there's it's like a rabbit hole.
Berenstain Bears and Berenstein Bears or Steen Bears.
Yeah, Berenstein Bears and Berenstein Bears.
Yeah, I remember Berenstein,
Me too.
but apparently it's Berenstain.
I like the explanation was like, yeah, or maybe you remember it this way because you were a little fucking kid, you didn't know how to read. Oh, well,
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, some of those are. I feel like I'm just like, dude.
Once again, another podcast. Mike questions everything. Yeah. We could talk about all this.
It's fun. Oh, these next ones were interesting. So, our buddy Chris, Big Chris, Slap the Bass. He said celebrities living on islands, and this is something that I went out to eat with him and his wife. And we went to Red Robin, which I love. I don't know if I share that too often, but we were talking about just like how the conspiracies, like when you hear about like Tupac was seen in like Cuba or like these what was that?
This is the door.
Why?
I don't know. The window's open. We'll leave it.
Okay,
Windows are open.
Like everyone like anyway, so it's just like, and then how there's like, people who are insanely rich, how they own their own islands, and how it would be easy for someone to go basically just live on their own island. So anyway, that just a conspiracy of like, are there celebrities that maybe have retired from life and that are living there that we think are dead?
Well, also, have you heard, so speaking of celebrities, that like, there was the big Paul McCartney thing, that Paul McCartney died and was replaced.
Right.
Did you hear there's that same theory about Avril Lavigne? I've
heard a little bit about it. That one I haven't looked into.
Yeah. We'll save that for another time.
Deep dives. And this one I thought was interesting because I haven't heard this. And normally I feel like with stuff like this, I would have heard something. Dethroned, that Manson was part of the Ultra K studies, and the head of the study supplied
MK Ultra.
MK, what did I say?
Ultra K.
Ultra K.
It's not a cereal. Special K, but better.
Yeah, MK Ultra studies, and the head of the person had studies supplied his LSD for 2/3 of his family, so that he could practice mind control tactics.
Yeah.
And then also, she said also the system failed him as a juvenile offender.
So you might need to fact check me on this, but I've read into some of this stuff, and he, like, that whole MK Ultra thing, I believe this is the same scenario where they would dose, they call them Johns, like basically in brothels and stuff like that. And that's kind of how that program's, like they would dose them with LSD and then kind of like watch, and observe what was happening. But Manson was like a huge, like basically pawn in that whole MK Ultra like scheme where they were trying to see like the effects of LSD. And then that's why it's kind of like this big deal that, he became this essentially cult leader, because
interesting.
So much drug usage going on.
Wow. MK Ultra is real, which that's the thing I don't like about conspiracies.
Yeah,
because things are like true, but
to an extent.
Yeah, but I mean, like there's several celebrities that talk about it and stuff. Anyway, buddy Dave Van Zant said, single electron theory. Everything in the universe is made of one electron ricocheting through time. I've never heard that.
Everything in the universe is made of one electron ricocheting through time.
I'll look this up.
Interesting. I want to look that one up even more.
Interessante.
Muy interesante, bro.
Well,
what did Jesse Toka say?
That's from last week. He asked.
I figured we just reiterate it so that we could get you going.
No, he asked if the Earth is flat.
Is it, Mike?
No, that's insane. It's craziness. That's the wrong question to ask. Anyways, yeah, where are we at time wise? Is there anything that you wanted to jump on any of these topics or questions or save them?
I feel like we should do let's do this. Here's what I want to do. Save all those conspiracy questions. Let's take a week to like research them.
Cool.
And then
bring our findings.
Let's do an episode. Let's do a soft launch episode of Mike Questions Everything. We'll do the normal
Wait, so you're
pod.
serious about this? Because I thought it was more of like a joke.
Now I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
It's been kind of like an on and off joke, but now let's do this. Let's do an episode of Walking Blind. Episode 28 or something like that called Mike Questions Everything.
Okay.
And if people like it, we'll just turn it into a show and have 2 shows.
Yeah. Okay. people are going to lose
You look
so much
nervous.
respect for me. No, I'm okay with it. It's just funny because I feel like for the very few people that get to talk to me in that sense or like hear my opinions on stuff.
So excited.
Yeah. Oh, you know, there was one. Did I miss it? I feel like maybe I missed it. Somebody was talking about the
Daily Brew not being real.
no, that's Davey. I think I missed it, or maybe I think I was starting to write it here and I just forgot. But it was about the Denver airport.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of the Denver airport.
That's real too. Yeah. So this is my thing. I won't go into a lot. Like when it comes to conspiracies and things, some things are just weird.
Yeah.
And they just don't have a good explanation, or like the explanation you get, I just feel like a lot of times is like total bullshit. Like the Denver airport one, for anyone who doesn't know, look it up. It's just like that's
it's
just
a lot
weird.
of weird shit going on.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can tie a lot of it all together makes it even more interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
We knew someone whose dad's construction team did a portion of the underground bunker, basically.
Really? So help build the tunnels and stuff?
Yeah, but they only did a portion of it, and then it was like I forget what his reasoning for it was, but it sounded like bullshit. I was like, what? Why? Anyways,
We built one cross section, and then another team was hired to build the other cross sections.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, conspiracies are fun.
Yes, they are.
They're what I like to use for if I feel like I'm getting too like wound up on something. Like if I can't get a certain way of thinking or thought out of my head, then I'll go on a conspiracy, because then that'll just get me into a completely different thing. So
That's fair.
anyways,
Well, how about this? If you guys want to hear a conspiracy theories episode, a full-on, no holds barred conspiracy theory episode, let us know.
Yeah.
Hit us up in the comments at Walking Blind Pod, email walkingblindpod@gmail.com, even our personal pages at Mike of NBR or at Mike Alcibar.
Yeah.
And we will do, listen, this is going to make Mike really nervous. I'm going to say this right now. We will do a no holds barred, full opinions on conspiracy theories episode. And we're going to lose half of the followers that we have when we do it.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
I think it'll be fun
Let us know.
because they're fun. I think conspiracies are fun.
Yeah. I think so too.
Like the Paul McCartney one.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? It's fun. Like, it doesn't change my life.
Avril Lavigne, who cares?
Who cares? It's fun.
JFK, we all know it's a cover up in the conspiracy.
Johnny Depp, Amber Heard trial being covered so hard when there's so much happening in the world that we should be aware of and we're not.
Yep.
Fun. Or who cares?
Fun.
Fun. I know. Fun. World's falling apart, but we want to know that. But what do we know? We know that Amber Heard literally shits the bed.
Also, what do we also know about Amber Heard? Probably a good time. You don't put up with that much
No,
nonsense
of course not.
for things not to be good. Just leave it
Yeah,
at that.
that's why I don't feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Like, one, like I'm sure people had been like, hey, man, maybe
Hey, dude.
not. She might have a wild streak in her.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That being said, hit us up. We love you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.